Welcome to Connections in the Chaos. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Sara. Welcome to episode 4, Just Ask, the power of curiosity and how questions can change us.
Okay, here we are in the camper again. Our opening ritual is our 1, 2, 2-word check-in. So, Sara, share your words.
So just my words for... Well, oh.
I don't have words.
It's really funny because I didn't have words either.
Okay.
And I just quickly jotted some down. I think... So this week we're talking about curiosity. And so my words sort of tied to that, tied to how curiosity has felt. And I think I'm going to go with one word, and it's grounded. If I had to choose another, though, it'd probably be soothing. I really needed them too. Like I really needed to be grounded and soothed. And curiosity really got me there.
That's lovely.
I mean, yeah, it was necessary. Really necessary. How about you?
Well, as you can see, I have this extensive notebook, and I missed the first one.
The look on your face really scared me, actually.
It scared you?
Yeah,
Did you think the spider was back?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I thought. Go ahead.
Okay, I think calmer.
That makes sense given your last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to go with only one word.
I think that's a great choice. I love it. I love it. All right. Did you want to say any more about calmer, or you just want to?
I mean, it's probably not actually accurate because we just tried to record this 3 times. We had bloopers, and there was a spider back here that may still be back there.
I don't see it.
Lots of, I don't know why I would feel calmer, I guess is
Yeah.
the actual point, but it resonates a little.
Yeah. I was going to like a much deeper place than the spider, but yeah, no, we could stay there. It's totally fine. I love it.
And do you want to say any more about yours?
I think it'll come out as we chat. Actually, I'm quite certain it will because it was a pretty emotional week. So curiosity is that tool. Yeah, we'll talk about it a little later. Anything that you want to address from the last episode? Busy isn't a badge. Any course corrects?
Yes. I said I hate everything, and I don't hate everything, and I didn't hate everything. I wish I could think of other strong words, but sometimes I feel juvenile, and that's it.
I mean, yeah, I think it serves a purpose, and that's okay.
Do you have any?
Yes, I do. I had forgotten about this. I was so in my moment talking about, the way that I roll when I'm packing at 9:00 at night, and I'm supposed to be staying at the hotel by the airport. And I kept saying, hotel, I'm staying at the hotel by the hotel. And you were like, do you mean the airport? You did that for me a couple of times. And I was like, wow, Sara, whew, right over my head. And so thank you for that. Thanks for pulling me right back in. It was silly. I laughed at it. I was like, oh my gosh, you sound so ridiculous. I was like, yes, the airport. Even though I had said hotel. I'm staying at the hotel by the hotel.
I mean,
anyway, just silly. It was just silly. It wasn't anything like monumental, but
okay. Moving right along. Do you have any shout outs you'd like to do?
Yes, actually. I was thinking about this one the other day. I am a cousin again for the gazillionth time. One of my cousins just had her first babe on Wednesday. And oh my gosh, I just want to kiss her cheeks. She's so juicy. And so congrats to them. And then to her mom, who is my first cousin, for becoming a gram for the first time. She's going to go by Mimi Sparkle. That's going to be her name. Yes. So super excited about that. But yeah, just a little shout out to them. Yeah. What about you? Mhm.
Um, to the listeners, thanks for your patience with the editing of the last episode
Yeah. Oh,
because
good
it
one.
was very on a whim. It took a long, 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 long time. And
Yeah.
we think we got it, though. We think we got
Yes.
it in person. We'll
Fingers
see.
crossed.
And cross your fingers. But
Yeah.
yes, thanks for your patience. And I think that's it. That's all I wrote on my paper.
Okay. And we'll keep working on figuring that out.
Yeah.
We'll see how it
Oh,
goes.
you know what? That's not true. I have more.
Oh.
Um, it was prom this weekend,
Oh, yes,
and
it
I missed it
was.
because I was in Rhode Island. But
Mhm.
to my friends' kids who went to the prom, and I saw the photos, and oh, they just looked like movie stars.
I know.
So shout out to all the kids and the
At prom.
parents because I'm sure that's emotional.
It's a
It was
big deal.
emotional for me. I was like, it's a
Right.
good thing that I wasn't there. I
Oh my
probably
gosh.
just would have embarrassed
Yeah.
everyone by my crying, my happy tears.
Yeah, I love it. No, I saw a lot of great prom pictures and they all looked really wonderful. And I hope everybody had a good time. So good. All right. Right into the chaos report, speeding right along here. So this is kind of like what's been going on with our theme of curiosity. What kinds of things have been surprising to you over the last, has it been a week since we recorded or two?
Two.
Has it? Whew, time flies. I think so. Anyway, since we last chatted, um, what's been surprising you? What's been going on? And has curiosity served you at all in your recent chaos?
Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. What's been surprising? Surprising is how little um patience I've had. Not that's probably not all that surprising.
It's okay.
Um, I also was talking to Andy. Hi, Andy, and said, I people have been in a kind way telling me what to do, and I
Mm,
was like, he said, "Oh, you don't like to be told what to do." I said, "No, I don't." Um, but I think I'm not really curious about those things because those are sort of tendencies for my entire life. But let's see what's been surprising is that I actually have I can deal with the things. I mean, it's the things are overwhelming and lots of emotions, but I feel capable of dealing with them and
mhm.
navigating them. Um, and that has been surprising.
Really?
Yeah, probably because internally
Okay, fair.
it's like a ball of yarn
Hmm.
that's like all tangled up,
Yeah.
and you just pull one side and it's just like all,
Well, you must be a duck on the water because on the outside, that's not how you appear
aw, thanks.
at all. And I obviously, as your friend, know how capable you are. And so that does surprise me a little bit, but I also understand that feeling. And I'll probably talk about that today too. Like that feeling of externally, I present one way and internally, so different. Yeah. The ball of yarn. It's a good analogy. Okay.
Then there was something else you mentioned, surprised.
Yeah.
Um,
How has curiosity served you within that chaos
I
lately?
wonder, like, whoa, how did I get here? How did I mean, sort of, because I've, done a lot of work and spent a lot of money in therapy to get here. But
Yes.
um, the other thing that's been surprising is I've been working with a financial coach, as I mentioned,
Mhm.
and it has been so life changing. And it's only been February, March, 4 months,
It's
3 months,
incredible.
yeah, 4 months. But yes, that has been amazing and a great experience.
Yeah. Well, and probably making you feel very in control
Yeah,
in
and
ways that you
like in
haven't.
a much better place than I
Yeah.
thought.
Yep.
I thought that
In
was a ball of
four
yarn
months.
too.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's like I don't know what the opposite is, but it's not
No.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
then, like, yeah, I can't wait to give her my yarn because, whoa, yeah, 4 months. That's super impressive.
Yeah. Like And then the momentum feels like, you see how that builds
Yeah.
of even just emotionally and feeling
hmm
wise. Yeah.
What I'm gonna go off script for a second. Curiosity had to have played a role in you reaching out to her. I know she was a friend,
Mhm.
right? Um, do you think you can pinpoint or name any curiosity that brought you to finally say, "Here's my yarn"?
Sort of. I mean, it was something we hadn't tried.
Yeah.
And it
Okay.
was really that. I mean, I am not someone who keeps trying the same things most
Mhm.
of the time.
Mhm.
I'll try 8 billion different wrong things
Yeah.
because I want new information.
Sure.
So this was something I hadn't tried, and it is someone that I know and
Yeah.
trust. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that your curiosity is going to lead me to do some of that myself. That's good. That's
Thank
really
you.
good.
Thank
Yeah.
you. So tell us about your recent chaos.
Oh. Um, I don't know if okay, I think I said this to you before we started recording. My recent chaos, so like I said last time, lots of change going on in my career. And a few things came up this week that really put me in a tailspin of self-doubt and feeling really lousy about the impact that I've had in my current role. And I kind of let some things take control of my thinking that I should not have. I should have been able to just like, I don't know, be confident that I have made enough changes, that I have given it my best at the very least. Um, and I almost got teary-eyed today. I was like a Brene Brown interview with Oprah came up on my feed, and that's always good juju. And she was talking about how the Teddy Roosevelt quote, "Man in the Arena," changed like a distinct moment where that changed her life. And basically, her takeaway from reading that quote was that when you're brave, you're going to fall. And I wish I had thought of that at the beginning of the week because it would have been like, of course, like nothing's perfect. Somebody recently said to me, if 100% of the people that you serve love you, you're probably doing it wrong. And so that's kind of, I guess, where my curiosity came from. Like, is there anything I can do to change the way that this looks, or feels? And then I guess I tried to think about the things that I had done and with an opportunity to try again, what will I do differently next time? Um, but yeah, it was not great.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And again, like same what you said of like on the outside
hmm
that
Yep.
like for me that I know you, so I understand. And also it's still surprising too.
Yeah. I said to somebody at work when I was having an emotional moment that like really caught me off guard. Um, I was like, "Whoa, wow, okay, whoa, here we are, this is happening right here, right now, and I don't have a lot of control over it. I need to like do something." And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, you might be surprised to know that like the thoughts on the inside are often they can take turns, right, for the worse, a lot more than I show that on the outside. And so I think I have a lot of work to do in being curious about where that really comes from and like getting real about the root of it so I can do something about it. Because it's, you know, powerful and really detrimental. Like, not great. It's not great. So,
It's annoying. Do you have a
yeah.
name for that? Like what if
No.
you named
Oh, like,
them and
mm,
like
oh, good
and
idea.
then
Like
you
an
told them
actual
off?
real name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna have to think. I will maybe get back to you.
Okay.
I don't know why Loretta just came to mind, but I don't think that's it. I don't think it's a Loretta. It's something. It's something.
God.
Hmm. Okay. I will get back to you on that. Thank you for that
Yeah,
advice.
sure. Yeah,
I might
great.
be curious about what their name is.
Yeah, me too. Okay, stay tuned. I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget for next time.
Good idea.
I can I revert to my turn that I
Yeah.
ended.
Yeah. It's still happening.
So curiosity did serve me this week. I finished my life coaching course.
Yes, that's right. I can't believe I forgot to
It's
ask
been
you.
a very long 6 months, and the last like month and a half, 2 months,
Well,
probably. Yeah, I was just like,
let's be fair.
okay, this is not. Don't love this anymore. I mean, I did love it, but it was just felt very inconvenient. But anyway, that's done. And so that's official. And now Thursday nights are no longer 8 to 10 of that.
Yes,
And
that's
so
great.
I'm curious, sort of, what will I do with those 2 hours? I already have a list of things that I want to do. So curious what I'll actually choose.
Yeah, and I'm going to go back to last week's episode, and I'm going to encourage you.
You telling me what to do?
Yep. To consider. Is that better? Is that a friendlier word?
Oh, yes.
To consider leaving that time open for a little while for
Thank
yourself.
you for your feedback.
Yeah. I'll write it down and maybe think about it.
I'll think about it.
Yeah.
But I think so. What I had lined up for this, prior to all of the recent happenings, was a class.
Yeah.
At work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I haven't looked into anything. So we'll see.
Yeah. Like a class towards the next degree kind of thing you want. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what you do with that because it's your choice.
Thank you for that empowerment.
You're so welcome.
Let's see what else. I think you mentioned you did, but what questions have formed because of your recent chaos? Any?
Yes.
Come to mind?
And I don't mean to get too dark and philosophical. This is going to sound crazy, and I probably don't even want to actually say this on a podcast that a lot of people can hear, but I'm going to say it anyway.
You be you.
That's what it's about. Like, who am I really?
There is no performing here.
No, there sure isn't. And anybody who wants to talk to me about it can step right up and I'll decide whether or not I will talk to them about it. Like, who am I? Who am I even? And what am I actually good at? And why do I do what I do?
That's a rhetorical question, right? Because I mean, sometimes we can derail this whole episode, and I can answer them for you.
I love you. I know you can. And I think they come up as rhetoric. It's like a double-edged sword almost. Maybe that's not the right metaphor for this, but yes, of course, it's rhetorical. And in those moments when I'm in that deep, dark hole, they're very real. Like, am I even good at this? Am I? And then, it was so funny. Decide what the definition of that is in the sentence, but I'm having this super emotional moment where I'm feeling like, wow, I've let all these people down. And okay, like these people are maybe a small handful, if that. And it just felt very like bold in that moment, like all caps and bold. And then in the very next second, as I'm like taking this information in and feeling it more deeply than I have time for in that moment, I get a phone call. And the phone call leads to the most powerful moment I've ever had in my teaching career, where I believed I helped a person in a way that they had been struggling for a really long time. And I'm hopeful that I empowered a woman to do what she needed to do. And I won't say any more because it's like really a breach of confidentiality, but it was a powerful, powerful moment. And I kind of laughed at the phone call, and one of my coworkers who knew exactly what was going on was like, do you want to go back to that moment where you were throwing yourself a little pity party? Because no, like anybody who knows you knows that that's why you're here, and it just, so yes, rhetoric. And also I was wallowing, right? Like I was and I think I needed it. Like I needed to say, okay, yeah, I can be curious, and I can also take accountability for the things within these statements that are true. And simultaneously, I can be really upset at people for not being more honest with me,
Mhm.
if that's how they were feeling, or I don't know. I feel like I digress a little, but
It's also, I mean, I think it's the responsibility
Mhm.
of the people to say the thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
how can
Mhm.
you ever fix something
Mhm.
if you don't know I was upset by it?
Right. And I think it also there's another piece of this, which is I won't go into this too terribly much, but like as a professional, right? We I've talked already on this podcast multiple times about how much I've learned in a short period of time. And like 4 years as a principal to me is a very short period of time. And our administration had changed a lot. And meanwhile, I'm learning a ton, and I've got some great people in my corner to help me with that. And in this moment where I'm like, wow, that was a heavy unload. And I feel like I'm carrying the whole thing myself. Part of my curiosity backed me out of it. And I said, okay, but what are the systems that would support this not happening the same way? Because a lot of times it's just me, fielding all the things at once. And sometimes it's just too darn overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I can't do my best and I can't be my best. So trying to be curious enough about my accountability and what would prevent some of those downfalls, maybe more pitfalls from happening again. That makes sense.
Yeah. And how do you define pitfall versus downfall?
Downfall, I think, was something that I when I just said that, it was like my fault. Like a
Mm.
flaw that I have versus a like, oop, fell into that trap. Like the trap was there because of the way things were set up and I fell into it versus that being something wrong with me. Um, I'm just trying to be curious about identifying, oh, it's there. Be careful. Here's how we might avoid that. Or here's what's needed to make a better choice or change the course of action.
Hmm.
That was a good question.
I've been listening to this podcast called The One You Feed,
Hmm.
and in typical Jessica, I'll probably butcher all this. But in the beginning, they start out with this parable about these are my words, not their
Yeah.
words, two wolves, a good wolf and a bad wolf, and like which one wins,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. And it's the one you feed.
Mm-hmm.
And
I feel like I've heard that one before.
it's so
Yeah.
it's so simple.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yes, it's
So
that
true.
downfall pitfall.
Yep. God, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking about so many different ways I could use that in my everyday.
Maybe look up how it actually goes
Yeah, no,
instead of
no, but I've heard that though before with the wolves, the one you feed, and that metaphor is definitely resonates with me. I used to say it in terms of what you focus on grows,
Mhm.
right? And so same thing, kind of. What about you? Any questions that have come up while being curious in your chaos this last week?
Looking down to see if I'm muted.
Oh,
Um, I am mostly curious about other people, how they're doing,
yeah.
and if I'm doing enough or
Mhm.
like not doing enough, but outwardly doing enough as much as I'm feeling like I want to be doing.
Mhm.
And let's see what else. Also, somewhat related, but a little bit not. Haven't seen a lot of people, or when I've been out and about, kind of had on my don't show my face hat,
Mhm.
and so that is different because usually like at games and stuff, I'm
Yeah. Mhm.
the other night I did not have to do the book,
Ooh.
and it was weird to be able to just like sit and chat,
Mhm.
and it was nice. I did do that a little bit, and this weekend we'll see some people
Okay.
that we haven't seen, which I am excited for. So
Good.
yeah.
That's great. Probably a good full circle kind of attitude too.
Yes. And then,
After agitated.
t- yeah, to go full circle from last week, we were originally going to camp this weekend at
Oh,
Salisbury, where
yes.
slime happened, sand
Yes,
slime
sand
happened,
slime.
and we decided we're not going to because Keegan's got a game,
Yeah.
I think Friday and either Sunday or Monday, So it would have been really tight getting down there and then coming back. And so we decided we have plenty of stuff to do at home. We actually do because we've been gone for the last like 5 weekends.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm excited
That's
for that.
awesome. Way to be intentional about that. I forgot it was Memorial Day weekend coming up.
It's wild.
Crazy. Time is flying so fast. Cool. Okay. Do you have your first, now that that camping trip is off the books, do you know when the next is coming?
We don't.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We can camp right in the driveway.
Sure can. Or podcast, as it turns out. Okay. Are we ready for the thread?
Are we ready for the thread? Okay.
I'm so curious.
I'm excited. Okay, so we have each come up with a number of questions to ask the other one, and it's a secret. Neither one of us know. So this is really candid, and we're going to answer honestly. We're not going to deflect, and we're going to be genuine.
As always.
And, probably some curiosity will come out of it.
I am.
How do you want it? Do you want to go through all of them or every other one? And I guess how many do you have?
I don't have to use them all. 6?
Okay, I have 5.
Okay. Do you just want to back and forth?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, let's rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Best of one.
Okay.
Scissors. Both
scissors.
of us. Oh, paper. Okay. Sara papered my rock.
So does that.
Okay, we're going to move on.
Oh my God. Okay. The really uncontrollable laughter is right under my surface right now. Okay, so then I ask you one.
You ask me first.
Okay. Yeah. This one could be interesting, but no, I don't think it's a hard one for you. Which is maybe why I'm going to start there. It was loosen us up a bit. So you were talking about a financial coach. And so what do you feel are your greatest financial goals? And if you found yourself feeling so in control of your finances that you had maybe what we could call a little slush fund for yourself, what would you do with it?
Okay, so that's stacking a lot of questions.
Goals, slush fund.
Okay. The first one is, what are my financial goals?
Mm-hmm.
So to
the extent you feel comfortable sharing.
Oh yeah, this is no big deal. Is to be out of debt, to have a savings that when it's like, oh, the washer and dryer both just died, we can pay for this with cash. We don't have to wonder or worry. And I want to get a car. Here is a substantial amount of money for a down payment. Or maybe even here's the money to buy a car. I mean, that's probably a little bit wild for me, but and then the slush fund. Oh my gosh. I mean, how long do we have? I would. How big is this slush fund?
How big do you want it to be?
I mean, I really would do McDonough Rec Center.
Oh yes.
We need it so bad. But so that, I think take some people on some trips.
Yeah.
Have a big party. Okay. We've never actually had a wedding, a reception, a celebration. And we talked about, we'll do it for our 10-year anniversary. And then it's maybe for 15. And then do we want to spend money on everyone else celebrate? We could just go on a vacation.
Right. Or take your closest people on a vacation.
Yeah.
Not
a
take,
destination.
But go. Yeah.
Yeah. That could be fun too. Lots of connections, I would say. If I had to sum it up, the slush fund would be spent on connections and probably some really good food.
Yes.
And creating more connections.
So tell us, I know a little bit about McDonough Rec Center, but do you want to give a little context to what that means to you, just for listeners?
Sure. So in our town, we do not have a rec center, and we have lots of sports, as you probably have heard from just our own children. And in this rec center, it would be a building that has probably is similar to the Claremont Rec Center that has a gym, maybe a gym as in a PE gym to play basketball, theirs also has physical activity gym
Yep.
workouts. I don't know about that because there's
Yeah.
probably enough of those around here, but
Yeah.
more for the kids to be able
Mhm.
to like play indoor soccer or
Yep.
basketball
Yep.
or maybe even track because Hartford doesn't have a track.
Oh, that's right.
Um,
But a
yes, I
decent
would.
program, right? Don't they have a good decent track program?
Yes,
Yeah.
they have.
Without
They
the
have really good track program. And
Would you
so
still think Ninja Gym? Or are we
no,
past that? Yeah.
we're past that.
Okay.
Yes, so that's it. And I mean, we've actually been thinking about our addition
Yeah.
and changing that up a bit to
Yeah.
then like have a metal garage and put like
Yeah.
the basketball hoop in there so
Love
that
it.
when it's winter time they
Yep.
can get
They
out
can
there
still
and
go.
like hit golf ball like your shed but
Yeah,
bigger.
yeah. I love that. Very nicely done.
Thank you.
On question
Okay.
number 1. Woo.
One down. Okay, so my first one is
Mhm.
if you had to relocate the family, where do you choose?
Oh man, does it have to be real?
Yes.
Darn
It
it.
has to be real, but it's because you're choosing to real. It's not like you're in witness
Yeah.
protection or there's anything like that.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason I asked that is because for the longest time, I have dreamt of relocating to an island that I purchased with my slush fund
Okay.
that I can bring all my favorite people to. That's where I'd really want to relocate. Because I've got some people in different places. God, I don't even know what real location it would be.
But you would so in that fake situation,
Mhm.
you do like you forever? That's your relocation? I mean,
Um,
because for me, I think like that sounds great for like a month,
yeah,
maybe
it
not
might be.
even
It
that
might
long.
be. And I think we've just lived so far away from our families for so long that sometimes in an ideal world, having people within a 30 to 40-minute drive feels luxurious,
For sure.
which is kind of where that comes from. And you probably know this very well, but I am a gatherer of people. I love bringing my people together. And so to me, that's just like, yeah, we could just, but you're right. There's probably some reasons you wouldn't want to do that for a very long time.
I mean, I was really just thinking like, crap, I need to go to Target.
Yeah, I love that. Yes, fair. Totally fair. Um, Interestingly, the very first thing that came to mind was Connecticut, but I also don't ever want to live there again. So I don't know why that popped into my head.
Hmm.
I think this is a hard question for me because I've felt more settled in Vermont than anywhere.
Aw.
Yeah. And we've also lived in places like Pennsylvania, Nebraska, Alaska. I've lived in Connecticut my whole life, spent some time in New Hampshire in different parts. And so to feel like at home, I think part of that is also like having children here and like our family has really been rooted for a while. So Vermont does feel like home. Um, I don't know if that's an exciting answer, but I don't know that I'm really wanting to go anywhere.
Okay, that's okay.
We also, as you know, for a long time had okay, where are we moving this year feeling for several years in a row. And so to feel rooted is like luxurious,
Yeah.
luxurious. Um, I do think if we were ever to move, it probably would be my guess is the Midwest would probably call us back. Um, and I will have to cross that bridge if it ever shows up and think about how I feel about that. But yeah, no, Vermont feels like home.
Good. Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay. I think this might be my favorite one. What makes you feel most like yourself?
Hmm. I have to choose one thing?
No,
Okay, because
no, as many
I already
things.
did that once.
Yeah. As much
And that was
as,
really on a whim.
yeah,
Um,
that's great.
I think a balance,
Mhm.
I would say, of connections
Mhm.
and my people
Mhm.
and solitude
Mm.
because I need and want time for reflection
Yep.
and I definitely need quiet space to do that best.
Yeah.
But then also I feel super energized and so happy when I see
Mm-hmm.
my favorite people and I hear
Mm-hmm.
about how everyone's doing
Yep.
and get to be caught up on their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I feel like that makes a lot of sense for you in my mind.
When I'm buying stuff for people
Yes. Oh gosh, yes.
or making, it
I
doesn't
can't
have
believe
to be
yeah, no, no.
so for Mother's
Thoughtful.
Day, so we did not celebrate Mother's Day or our
Mm-hmm.
anniversary. We made the decision like we're
Yeah.
going to table this and
Yep.
do it another time. But
Totally fair.
Jay did give me like little dittos that the kids filled out of
Yeah.
like the stuff about my mom.
Yeah.
I do love those are my favorite things. And one of them was what does my mom do either when I'm not around
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when I'm not around because usually it's
Yeah.
she's working. But Fallon wrote writing cards. And I was like, "Oh,
Your mom is
finally I
the
made
best at
it."
writing cards,
Um
Fallon.
but that's something I
Oh,
love too, sending
yes.
mail.
Oh my God. You are the best at the mail. You
I
are the
do
best
well,
at it.
no. You know what I am decent at is out of the blue because
Yes.
I've turned a, the wrong turn on like I used to be really good at like birthdays and sending stuff on time and now actually my friend's son turned 16 last year
Yes, you said that.
and I just found his 16th birthday card and he
Mhm.
just turned 17.
Great.
And I was like, I'm going to save it till he's 18.
I love it. I love it. I know. I think you're so good at it. I am so not good at the mail. I buy so many cards and then never fill them out and then forget that I bought all the cards and I go buy more cards.
It's hard.
It's really hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard. No, you're so good at it. And I love the just because nature of them.
Thank you.
It's really good. Can I segue for a quick second
Yes.
and tell you? So, Gordy at school, this is a really vulnerable thing to share, but his teachers, of course, had him do the things about my mom thing too, and they made them into these cute little laminated flower bouquets, and every flower had like a different thing. And he wrote one of them was, she makes me laugh when, and it said, she tells me funny jokes. And I was like, is that really what you said, buddy? He goes, no. I said, oh, what? Because I don't really tell him funny jokes. So, you always kind of wonder. And he goes, I said when she farts, but the teacher wrote when she tells you funny jokes. And I was like, did you really say that? And he was like, yeah, I think it's so funny.
Oh, Gordy.
Oh, my dad was like, you should write that on the back of the flower in Sharpie so that you can always remember it. Um,
Aw, Gordy. That
I
one.
swear, I swear.
Oh, that
Anyway,
one. Okay. This one may not be a short answer.
okay.
How has, excuse me, how has failure changed slash shaped your life?
Oh my God.
You can table it too.
Well, no, I can speak a little bit to it, I think. I think maybe at this point in our podcast journey, it might not be a surprise to people that um I don't want to say I'm a perfectionist. We've talked about that before. I have very high expectations for myself, and learning how to fail, obviously, based on my narrative from earlier, is something I'm still working on, trying to figure out. Um, and it's hard for me to point to times where I feel like I've really failed, like really truly failed, and embraced it in the moment. Because I think I'm so quick to like sweep it up, pick it up, try to like fix it in the moment, where like if I just let it fall, I'd probably be further ahead in my own self-awareness and self-worth, if that makes any sense. Instead of trying to keep pretending that failure doesn't happen. And I'm definitely getting better at that, because I think it's hugely important. Um, in my job in the last 4 years, being able to admit when I have made the wrong decision or need help, that's a big one for me. Um, I feel like because I've come a long, long way in that, and I see the benefit. And I don't love having those, we call them courageous conversations on the regular, but they are super empowering both for myself and I hope the people that I'm holding the conversation with. And I think that's probably how it's shown up most concretely and most productively. Um, and it's again like just not ignoring it and letting it, like, oh, what, that wasn't really a failure because we're going to do ta-da, here it is. Yeah. So still working on that. But yeah, that's probably what I would say for that one so far. Come back to me maybe in like a month.
Okay.
We'll see. Um, okay. What's a dream you're scared to go after?
Oh my gosh. Uh,
You can edit that question as you see fit.
I think I don't know that it's a dream. I think it's a wonder, like the whole life coaching thing. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know that it's a dream. Like I'm still trying to figure out what do I want to do with it. Um, but I think I would say it falls in line with that is not having our traditional
Mm-hmm.
job with
Mm-hmm.
benefits. I
Mm-hmm.
think is probably I don't know that I want that, but it's something that I think if I did know that I wanted it, I would be scared to
Yeah.
go after.
Yep. After finishing the class, congratulations again, by the way.
Thank you.
Do you feel like you see the coaching profession differently than you?
Yes, and I felt that way after because I
Mm-hmm.
but I took a mentor class that
Yep.
was like a Cliff Notes
Mm-hmm.
version of the longer class, and I felt like that after that one
Yeah.
had ended. Um, so yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I
okay.
think that's a good answer.
When did you do something that seemed small that you were shocked by the big impact it actually had?
Whew. Oh my gosh, I feel like probably a million times. As a person who works with children
Mm.
every day, every day, um, and as a person who works with people every day, I'm trying to think if there's like a specific example I feel comfortable sharing, or can even remember the details of. But I don't know. I think my parents always said, and maybe this was like a Mother Teresa quote, anything done for a child is never wasted. And I think um, I can actually think of one time, and again, there's every day, every single day, but I can remember a child that was in my care at one of my schools came to me um, and was questioning both their gender identity and pronouns and um, asked my advice before asking anyone else and how to like bring it up with other students. And this person was so insightful, and for such a young person was so thoughtful about others around them. And it like to me it was breathtaking, right? Just like, wow, you are probably one of the coolest people I've ever met. And then to like the honor of being someone who was asked, um, even before family. And I think that happens a lot of times with educators, right? I'm sure many educators that will resonate with them, but just to be, I guess, a guiding force in that conversation. I tried to handle it with such care. Um, and then that kiddo, like I could hear that kiddo talking to other kiddos on the playground about actually this is, what I want you to call me. And um, yeah, it was pretty powerful. It was pretty
Sounds like
powerful.
it.
Yeah.
Well, they're lucky to have asked you, and
Thank you.
I'm glad you had that
Yeah. It's
experience.
really cool. And like I said, I feel like those kinds of things, it seems that might seem to some people like a really big moment. And of course it was. But I feel like from an educator's point of view, it's par for the course that you and um those moments always bring about deeper connection and deeper relationships with the people in them. And I feel so fortunate to get to do that on a regular basis. So, yeah. And then not, my God, I could go on for days probably about my own children, but hopefully those examples will keep coming over time. Yeah. Um, last week when we talked, I was saying maybe we had something in common and the ultimate goal was success. And you cracked me up and you said, I didn't say I wanted to be successful. Um, and it made me wonder, what does success mean to you?
Um, I mean, I think in that moment I was thinking of like accomplishing
Yeah.
the things.
Yep.
And but so success to me basically just means learning. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Love
think
that.
I'm
So
pretty
good.
typical to simplify, and really that is
Hmm.
what it means to me is if I'm learning, I feel like I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one. And that's so who you are. I
Thanks.
love that. Yeah.
Um, so this is a stacked
Okay.
question too, but have you always been curious? And if yes, or if yes or no, when did it start? When do you remember?
Mm. First question is absolutely not. No way. Um, and if I was curious, it wasn't true curiosity. It was like, what do I need to do to make sure I'm following everybody else's rules? Um, and I'm still fighting that one back. um, and trying to find Sarah in there somewhere. Those are hard habits to break and unlearn. But no, definitely not. I don't think I think I've always wanted to be a learner. So maybe there was a little curiosity baked in there. But again, it was like a learner because that means I'm worthy, right? I'm doing the right thing. I am looked at as someone who can learn, wants to learn. It's just another rule. Check it off. I think, gosh, when true curiosity, I think it's certainly probably before this, but I think I was able to name it as such, like within the last maybe, let's see, 7 years.
Okay.
And I think I was able to name it when I started taking mindfulness classes and met a mindfulness coach who's very near and dear to my heart. Um, and just like to help me name feelings, right? And states of mind. And I was like, oh, that is curiosity. And I think for me, it came up even more so in hard times, right? Big, not so great feelings, and trying to be curious about that more than even learning, even though I do consider myself a learner. But I think it was more true to who I was. So it resonated in a deeper way.
Okay.
Did that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, makes sense to
Okay.
me.
Okay. What's something people misunderstand about you and you wish they'd be curious about?
Oh gosh. I think the first thing that comes to mind, and now I would say I I am less impacted by it, but what I used to be really impacted by it was that the story I told myself was that because I wanted more, because I was
Mm.
um, really interested in growth for myself, the perception was that I thought I was better than,
Mm-hmm.
and that couldn't be further from the
Mm-hmm.
truth. And now I just think the people that know me know that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and if they don't, then and they're not curious about it, that has nothing to do with me.
Sure
So,
doesn't.
um, yeah, but now it's much less impactful because
Mm-hmm.
I feel very secure
Yep.
in my choices and my reasons why I want to do those things. But I also never learned, and I shouldn't say it like that. I never put together um, that two things could be true
Mm-hmm.
until Dr. Becky, like when I was listening to her for my own kids.
Yep.
And actually, that's not entirely true because Daniel Tiger also taught me that.
Thank you, Daniel Tiger.
So I wished there was a way to have been able to articulate those things
Yep.
in when, people, at that time perceived that I was thinking I was better than other people because I wanted, what I would say now is I am very grateful for all of the things and experiences that I've had, and I still want to do more.
I love that answer so much. And I think that the people who didn't understand it weren't on the same journey, right?
Sure.
And people who are into learning and growing totally get it. And I think that's probably why you landed among the friends that you have now.
Yes.
Amazing.
Completely agree. Okay, this is my last one because I had 5. And I think it's maybe an easy one.
Okay.
What's your favorite camping meal?
Oh.
Or maybe not.
Oh my God. No, that just brought me right back to
Tree Hill or
Tree Farm.
Tree Farm.
And just growing up camping. It's something in the Dutch oven. And I think the one that comes to mind first, I don't know if it's like definitely a favorite, but it's really yummy, is cowboy lasagna.
Okay, say more.
And it's like elbow noodles or like springy, like cavatappi style noodles, but typically it was elbow with like ground meat, corn, sauce. So delicious.
Red sauce?
Yep.
Okay. And corn.
And maybe there were some spices in there. I don't even remember. I could find the recipe for you.
Cowboy lasagna.
Cowboy lasagna, okay. And then pineapple upside down cake in the Dutch oven. Yep. Yep.
I've had a pineapple upside down cake camping in the Dutch oven. But I'm really stuck on the corn in the, because I was gonna say it sounds like goulash, what we call goulash, or what do they call it here? American chop suey. But
very much, but the corn, it was, and we didn't eat it like that at home, only camping.
And interesting.
The other thing I always really loved, and I wouldn't call it a meal as much as a snack, were like campfire moon pies, I think we called them, with the little moon pie makers, the little cast iron, like it's shaped like a piece of bread.
Oh yeah, we call them mountain pies.
Mountain pies, that's what I meant. Yep, mountain pies. Yes.
Okay.
Loved those.
What was your favorite one, or did you have like a go-to?
It was either grilled cheese, which I don't know if that's a classic mountain pie or not, or like probably cherry, like a cherry pie filling.
Like a sweet. Yeah, the McDonald's have done that.
Yeah. What do you put in yours?
I liked like a ham and cheese, like a savory, oddly, because I mean,
that's all right.
You know what I would love to do, to go to like one of my favorite things is it's French toast with brown sugar and butter, but like that would be amazing in there.
A little cream cheese stuffing, something like a cream cheese filling in there. Would you ever do that?
No. Maybe after I tried just
straight
butter
up
and brown sugar. Yeah,
totally fair. Totally fair. Oh my God, you're so funny. I love that.
So this is your last one, right?
It is. Okay. I was gonna think about like an audible, changing it, but I'm just gonna go with it.
Okay.
Why do you think our friendship is so strong?
Oh my gosh. I think for me, like I said this in the beginning, just that this is it, and you're like, it's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
You like,
yep.
No matter what.
Yep.
And that's amazing.
I agree.
And as an adult, I think also things that that's the foundation for sure. The things that we align on, but also trust. Wholeheartedly trust you with all my
same
people things.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
But yeah, I think the acceptance is, and not only the acceptance, the celebration.
Yes, and the just now I'm answering my question with you, but that's fine, right? Because it's our podcast.
It's the 6th one, so it's like a joint joint to question.
Yes, right. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, that's funny because my audible was going to be, was there a question that you asked me that you would want to answer for
Oh.
yourself? But that's okay. We don't have to do that unless you're dying to answer one. But um, the acceptance and celebration, and the older I get, the more I love friends that are just super easy to be around.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not cleaning my house for you to come over every time. Sometimes I do, but not, rarely. Um, I'm not throwing on any fancy clothes, none of that. And so I feel like a lot of my really great friends right now are so in that boat, and it just feels super easy.
Yep.
Not that friendships don't deserve attention and commitment, but
Not in those I mean, like, you wear what
no.
you want to wear.
Yeah.
You clean how you want to clean.
Yes, exactly. Well, that was fun.
That was
I
fun.
like that.
So the bigger idea here is, for me,
Hmm.
you only get answers to the questions you ask.
Mm,
Um, and
gosh,
this,
that's so true.
these are some notes I took from a book I'm reading. Good leaders ask great questions, I think.
Mm,
Um,
I have to try that.
questions are the most effective way to connect with people, and they give us different perspectives.
Hmm.
And
I agree with all of those.
I think, let's see, any other thing in the notes? Oh, it's just the assumption trap. I
Yeah.
think, like, and you
Hmm.
mentioned that in one of your
Hmm.
questions. Um, thinking you know the answer
Yeah.
instead of actually asking a
Hmm.
question.
So I was listening to two people who we love, Adam Grant and Brene Brown. Brene Brown, twice in one podcast. And they were talking. I feel like this is like a sort of an offshoot of this whole curiosity thing, but they were talking really about like critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And there were so many different things that Adam brought up that someone who wants to be a critical thinker should do. And a couple of them were about seeking the perspectives of people you don't
Mm-hmm.
agree with. There was another one. But to me, that was all about curiosity, right? Like, how can you truly, to be a good leader, to be curious, to be a critical thinker, you have to be able to think about and entertain at the very least what other people
Yeah.
think about, their viewpoint, um, the evidence they use to argue their ideas, whatever it is, you have to kind of be able to step into their shoes. And I think, um, yeah, even if I go back to being really feeling hurt at the beginning of last week, finally, by the end of the week, I tried to be curious about the people who were upset with me
Mm-hmm.
and what it was that they actually needed that I missed. Um, and a lot of the week I spent thinking about the why it was so hard to give them what they needed from my perspective, and that no one was curious about why it happened, on my end. But then also to say, you know what, whatever. I can't control their curiosity, but I certainly can take control of mine.
Wouldn't it be great if you could?
Yep, sure would. Sure would. Yeah. So awesome. Oh my gosh. Tools and takeaways. Oh no, song lyric.
Song
It was
lyric.
just such a little bitty part of that. Oh, it's my favorite part. At one point, I thought you were going to bust out into the talking heads earlier. How did I get here?
Oh,
I was like,
oh, that would have
oh,
been so good.
smooth. It would have been really
I'm
smooth.
not smooth at all.
I mean,
No, never have
sometimes you
been, never
are.
will be.
No,
Don't care to get there. I mean,
I
when
love
I
it.
have like a witty moment, I'm like, oh, look at me. I did
I
that.
did that. Oh my God, you're so cute. Okay, so what do you were pretty proud of having one. No, you said two. You have two, but you're going to
Well,
go with one.
I have three,
Okay,
but yes, I am only choosing one.
go for it.
And I think it aligns
Mm-hmm.
a bit. It probably will not be shocking at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw I was covering up my other
I
ones.
didn't even look.
But the one that I'm choosing is no one's interested in something you didn't do. Wheat kings and pretty things. Let's just see what the morning brings.
Mm,
By the Tragically Hip.
mm-hmm. That's one of the first songs I listened to when being um, introduced to the Tragically Hip as a new favorite band. And yeah, such a good one.
Really, the first line is my
Mm-hmm.
favorite. No one's interested in something you didn't do. There was a time when I was chatting with my sister and I said that and she was like, whoa. And then the next time I was like, similar to like the podcast, but we could just chalk in tragically hip lyrics
Yes.
to some of our lives.
Sure can. When you think about curiosity, does that lyric bring about like a particular, like a connection to a particular time in your life, a particular thing?
I think what it is for me is, I mean, it's not what the song is
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
and
No,
but
it's all right.
is I am also an executor,
Mm-hmm.
and I have trouble with people who, or with a situation where I'm hearing a lot of like dreams and aspirations, which is wonderful, and not a lot of action. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what, and so I think of that for myself,
Yep.
not judging other people, but um, if I'm not going to talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
like, or if I'm going to talk about it,
It has to
I'm
be.
going to do
Do
it,
it.
or at least try toward it.
Yeah.
And maybe I totally bail on it, but there's a really loud motorcycle if you can hear that. Maybe we got the sound thing down and no one
Maybe.
heard a thing.
Who knows? That would be cool. Okay.
Okay, your
I
song
really like that.
lyrics.
Okay.
How many do you have?
I wrote down 2, and I think I'm gonna stick with 1.
Look at us.
So yeah, we're
We're
amazing.
growing up.
We sure are. So it's a chunky one, but I'm gonna go with 1. You know me and my chunky lyrics, my stanzas. So have you heard the song "The Tree" by Maren Morris?
Yes, in your car,
Oh
actually.
yeah. Okay. So there's a part of this I really like the most, but I'm gonna go from the opening of it. I'm done filling a cup with a hole in the bottom and screaming the truth to a liar. Spent 10,000 hours trying to fight it with flowers when the tree was already on fire. And that is like a pretty, to me, a pretty dark, pretty heavy lyric if you just take it for what it is in that song. Um, this to me is a lot about feeling like I'm always trying to prove myself, and I need to stop doing that. I am who I am. And I think outwardly, I'm a learner. I'm somebody who's willing to be reflective. And when all that stuff went down this week, I could have taken a different stance than being really upset because I know who I am. Like I think I really do. Um,
So when you say trying to prove yourself
mhm.
to yourself,
um, Both to myself and to the people that I serve.
and when you say that, is that because they have said you haven't?
Hmm. Yep.
So like one or two people, but the
Yeah, maybe more.
other 50,000 population
Yeah.
disagrees.
I mean, yes, it's possible.
We've surveyed 100 people.
Yeah. Survey says. Um, yeah, and I think I don't know. Yeah, I think one of my greatest flaws is not believing in myself. And so this like whole spent 10,000 hours trying to fight it with flowers and the tree's already on fire, like screaming into a vacuum. Like what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
Just be you, be who you are. Um no one needs to have everything figured out all at once, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know, having grace for myself, maybe to model that for others, that others can have grace too. Another song lyric.
It took me a minute. I'm with you.
I am also not very smooth, but that yeah. Um, but yeah, so just yeah, you don't need to just I just need to be myself.
Yeah, you do.
And the screaming the truth to a liar was also pretty funny because
Yeah.
some of the things that went down, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, no, no, no.
Mm-hmm.
We're not playing that game. But yeah, just learning. So I have a colleague who has been around the block in education, and this person is such like the truest definition of mentor to me. and someone I really look up to, and she knows so much about, I mean, she's been through it all, right? So these situations come up and I get all fired up and I'm still learning. And so I'm trying to figure out, it's that like butterfly analogy I've used is like it's painful to make these changes. They're so fast, so rapid. And she's like, well, you could just say nothing, and I'm just like, yeah, I will try that. you know, yes,
Like my friend Mark, I
yes,
always benefited from.
yeah, shutting it. But yeah, so I don't know, just knowing it's okay to be a learner and that I'm also a pretty okay person.
Um, Massive understatement. And moving on
Thanks.
from that.
Yes.
No, are you ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay. So we're at the tool and takeaway, the curiosity swap. So something that has been helpful for me is in conversations pausing, and instead of having a statement, asking a question. And so asking myself, what don't I actually know in this conversation and or about the person?
Yep.
And then it frames a question, which furthers a connection, hopefully.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think that's brilliant. No, I do. I think I don't even know if I could say that's a lost art because I don't know if it was an art to begin with.
Oh,
Right? Like I don't think enough people do that.
I would say I can't unknow this, but I do heavily notice how many people don't ask questions.
Because they don't actually want to know, is my feeling.
I don't know
Maybe
why, or if they're unaware, or
yeah.
yeah.
I think it's easy too to get like caught up in your own circumstances. And a little like, woe is me, or look at me, and not think about other people. But maybe that's a little aggressive. I love the turning, like what don't I know about this situation? That's really like a good cause for pause, and I love a good cause for pause. I don't know. I think I'm always trying to do something similar again in working with people, both my family, my friends, but also in my career. Um, it's the same thing, but just trying to understand where somebody's coming from. I have lived by the saying that children in my career who need love the most ask for it in the most unloving of ways, and that behavior is a form of communication. And so that's how that sort of curiosity comes out for me. Um, Everything that a person does is based on something they're going through, and we can be really upset about it or choose to be curious and say, where is that coming from? But it's the same as what you said, I think, just turning it into a question.
Yeah. So I think the tool is, try to catch yourself in a moment where you're about to explain or advise, and swap it for a question instead. That's we learned a lot about that in
I
all
was
the
going to
coaching.
say that's spoken by a true coach.
Yeah, and the curiosity is not about having the answers, and it's about being open and willing to not know the answer.
Yep. That's true curiosity, not fake.
Yeah, be curious, not judgmental.
Not judgmental. I know, Ted. No, I agree. That's so good.
Okay, we're over an hour.
I know.
We
I was
should
going to
close
say,
it
how
up.
long have we been on here? 2 hours. Positive pickle time. Is that how the song went last time? I don't know. We'll find out. I don't remember. Would you like to?
Oh,
Would you
sure.
care for a positive pickle?
Pick a pickle first. One pickle.
These pickles just make me happy. And I don't even like pickles.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
Nope.
Any?
Nope.
Wow.
Love a cucumber.
Okay, I got 30. I'm gonna write it down.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I got this number last time. Should I pick a different one?
Was it 40? You did. Or I did. I am grateful for the strength and resilience of my body, which carries me through each day. Yes, I am.
Good
Thanks,
one.
Positive Pickle.
I am too. I'm gonna change my pickle out.
It's because you said you didn't like pickles.
I
Now you got
know.
the same pickle.
It's a cute pickle, but these are actually my favorite pickles. Positive pickles.
Yeah.
That's the kind of pickle I
Yeah,
like.
you like some pickles?
32.
32.
Oh, I love it when it totally fits. It says, I honor my unique strengths and recognize that my worth is not determined by external achievement.
Oh my gosh, could that not be more perfect?
I swear,
Yeah.
this happens to me all the time. I have a little affirmations deck of cards at school, and I pick one and I always close my eyes so I can't see the next one because I don't want to like will it into being perfect. And every time, and I go, hey, friend in the front office, guess what it said today? And she's like, no. Yep. Positive pickles.
Thanks, Positive Pickles. Okay, friends.
I love it. So this time we want to ask our listeners, in the name of curiosity, what we'd love to do next time is maybe think about some of your questions, right? Or advice that you might give. And so we're hoping you'll send your questions to, all spelled out, connectionsinthechaos@gmail.com. We are so cool we now have an email address.
Free one.
I love it. Yeah. Okay, so send your questions that you'd like us to ponder to connectionsinthechaos@gmail. And maybe next time we'll answer some of them.
Yeah, we'll do a continuation of curiosity.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Can never be too curious.
Never.
Love it.
Okay, we don't have all the answers. Turns out that's not really the point.
We'll see you next week.
Connections in the Chaos.
Out.
Positive Pickles.
Positive pickles. Oh.